Hello, fellow fan geeks. It's your fangirl, Tally. And I don't know if you are catching a whiff of what we might be up to today. TARDIS. Rose. That's right. We're going to be checking out some new Doctor Who stuff. And this time, we're doing a reaction to a reaction, which I've never done before. So this should be cool. Of course, it's Penguinbooks UK. Alex Kingston reacts to River Song's most iconic Doctor Who moments. Let's go.
He's the best kisser. There we go. Oh, straight in the knackers. That's... oh, I don't even know if I can watch it. Oh. Hello, my name is Alex Kingston, and I am the author of The Ruby's Curse, the latest River Song novel. And I'm here today to react to some of River Song's most iconic moments in Doctor Who.
Oh, I hate this. I love and hate this episode. It made me...
Hello, sweetie. Sorry, I had to just say that.
I just had to say it. I almost said it. I don't blame you, girl.
Said it. My God.
I totally almost said
If only
it.
I knew.
Sometimes I occasionally will still just go, for no reason, people.
How do you know they're not
Hello,
androids?
sweetie.
I've
If they get it, they get it.
They're rubbish.
You know, it's one of those, if you know, you know.
God, I mean, I have to... Stephen Moffat, he absolutely gave me the best lines. And the other doctors, Matt Smith particularly, he always says it, and I have to agree. He just did. He gave me the best lines. I dated androids and they're rubbish. It's fabulous.
Use the red settings.
Doesn't have a red setting.
We'll use the dampers.
It doesn't have dampers.
It will do one day.
Oh, it's my sonic screwdriver. Sorry.
I forgot she had one.
Listen to me. You've lost your friend. You're angry. I understand. But you need to be less emotional, Doctor, right now.
I'm not emotional.
Do you know what? I don't really ever watch myself. I find it very hard to watch myself. I never watched myself on ER. And it's so funny.
It's very difficult.
Sort of looking back, I'm actually not that bad. Sorry, it's sort of like, oh my God, this is really good. So, yeah, wow.
It could be your partner
Who
too,
knew?
honey. Makes a lot of things easy.
We're all gonna die right here, and you're just squabbling like an old married couple.
Oh.
Haha. Did you see that look?
He
David's
gets
like,
it.
what?
Ding, ding, ding.
One day I'm going to be someone that you trust completely. But I can't wait for you to find that out.
Do you realise how tall David is? I mean, I'm tall, but he's really tall.
So I'm going to prove it to you. And I'm sorry.
Oh, his name.
Okay, so we had to do this take a couple of times because I was a bit naughty, and that first time that I whispered in David's ear, I actually whispered Shaniqua, which made him corpse. That isn't the Doctor's real name, although I do know what it is. Spoilers.
Spoilers, sweetie.
Don't make it look like an execution.
775 349 by 10. 012.
God, they look so young, Matt and Karen.
What was that? What did she say?
Coordinates.
He really doesn't know how to fly the TARDIS.
You might want to find something to hang on to.
Okay, oh my God. Okay, so this is one of my favorite moments. I mean, obviously, as you can see,
Had to be so cool to
I'm
film. She looks
flying
awesome,
through
too.
outer space, through the universe. But on the actual day, of course, I'm not really doing that. We're just in the big studio, and there's a massive sort of green screen, and I'm in a harness, and oh, it was just so much fun having
sounds
to sort
like
of
a lot of fun.
be in this harness, but
I don't
fly
like-
through the air.
I don't like heights. The
It was
idea
fabulous.
of like bungee jumping or even those up and down
There we go. Oh, there we go.
at the amusement park.
It's actually
yeah.
quite hard because you have to look like you're being sort of transported through the universe, but in fact you're hanging and gravity is sort of kind of pulling you down. So you have to work really hard with your core and everything. So hats off to all those circus performers because they must have a core of steel.
Wow.
I know what's coming up next. I really know what's coming up next. There we go. Oh, straight in the knackers. That's that's what happened. Poor old Matt.
Poor
I mean, we didn't
Matt.
really know each other very well then. I mean, we've sort of had only just met.
Follow that ship.
So cool.
Hello, sweetie.
I'm so camp.
River.
I thought you ought to know about this one. Doctor? Doctor, what is this?
Oh, it's a really, really great idea that Van Gogh painted this, and it's sort of kind of believe he would if he could.
Yeah.
And of course,
I mean, that is
River
amazing.
playing
We have a blanket.
Cleopatra
We
buys
have that
into,
in a
the
comforter
Ruby's curse in a way,
because I wanted
not
it
that
so
Stephen
bad.
knew. I mean,
And
this
we're
was
both
just his fantasy.
big
of River
Doctor Who
playing
fans, and so
big
that,
Cleopatra.
yes,
It's been sort
we
of
were
like a
all over
mystery
that.
that has bugged me, Alex, personally, for quite a while, which is who Cleopatra really was. We never really know what happened to her. You know, we don't know where she's buried. We don't actually really know what happened to her. And we certainly don't know what happened to her son, Caesarion. And that, for me, is sort of one of history's big mysteries. And so that very much informed what I wanted to put into the novel and sort of riff on, in a sense. So I hope if you get to read the novel, you'll enjoy that. But that absolutely was very much triggered by River playing Cleopatra as well.
That makes me want to read the book.
It's me. I'm Melody. I'm your daughter.
The crew didn't know what was going on. Matt, Karen and Arthur, nobody knew what was happening until actually the day. In fact, Stephen Moffat had inserted a false scene into the script so that the actual truth wouldn't be revealed. And it was only on the shoot, I think the day before the shooting day, that Matt, Karen and Arthur got given the sides. The real sides, but the crew didn't. It was revealed to the crew as they were filming, which was kind of pretty exciting, really. But certainly, Matt, Karen, and Arthur knew that I had a secret. I knew that. I think I knew for about, oh my gosh, I think it was for like a good couple of months before we were shooting this episode, that Stephen revealed to me the truth behind River Song and her identity. But I swore that I would keep it secret. And of course, they all knew that I had a secret. And so there were bribes.
There were bribes, I bet.
Succumb to those. I'm very good
What
at
would you
these.
pay to have found out
They're not,
early
But I am.
River Song's secret?
Yes.
Why is Matt's hair long? I can't understand. It's sort of like, it's a bit sort of, I don't know what that's about. He must have been filming something else at the same time.
I'm not sure I completely understand.
We got married and had a kid, and that's her.
Okay.
Don't look so cross.
Okay, I need a strip of cloth about a foot long. Anything will do. Never mind. River, take one end of this. Wrap it around your hand and hold it out to me.
What am I doing?
As you're told. Now.
You see, technically, I think he's a tesselector at this point, because I think actually, I haven't. I think that was the sort of what I think Stephen said this, that actually technically she didn't really marry him because actually he was a tesselector. But he doesn't seem very tesselectory at this point, I have to say.
I'm about to whisper something in your ear, and you have to remember it very, very carefully and tell no one what I said.
Shaniqua.
I'll make it a good one.
You better.
I'm not going to tell you which is the best kisser. They're all equally good because it's all the same person. Different sort of size of lips, but you know, it's the intent. When we filmed that, it was, I mean, you can see I was actually emotional, and I was emotional. I mean, the thing is, Stephen is such a good writer, and he didn't let any other writers
Doctor
write
Who has pulled
episodes in which
emotions
River Song
and
appeared.
some
I was
thoughts
thrilled.
and others. Just
but he's
things
so,
out of me.
He's so good because
emotively.
he just knows exactly how to tap into something that suddenly really gets to the heart. Yes, it was. It was a very sort of poignant moment, and I think also for me it was kind of like not just an acceptance of me, but it was sort of an acknowledgement that in some way River was part of that group, and in more ways than she actually, really knew, because not only did she marry the Doctor, but she was the child of Rory and Amy.
Companions.
So I really was part of this very special group that, in a sense, from not being in every episode and going away and coming back, I sort of always felt like I was having to sort of re-establish or re-enter a group that was getting more and more tight. But they were so generous and sweet and welcoming and accepting that it was really special.
Your Majesty, I assure you, she is the perfect bait. When this woman is in danger, the Doctor will always come.
Oh, you are a moron. No, he won't.
I so loved doing this scene because, again, it was actually quite, again, very emotional. And what was so hard filming this episode was that I had to play that I didn't know who Peter's Doctor was or where we were. And of course, I know all of this because this was written in my diary in the very, very first episode that I had with David. I was just like super impressed because I thought the props master had sort of gone out of their way to sort of create real little stories and things to make it feel real for me. But actually, it was all stories that then we filmed later on, and there was everything that was going on in this episode now, and so
wow,
it was quite hard.
So her
to
prop diary
film
actually had
not
River's
knowing
story
what I already
in
knew.
it.
And it got more and more difficult as this episode went on to try and
I have no words,
hold all of
guys.
that
That's
back
awesome.
when it was so emotional.
It is well above and beyond.
Explain why you kept cancelling coming here. Do you remember that time when there were two of you? Because I want you to know that if this is the last night, I expect you to find a way round it.
Not everything can be avoided.
Oh, I don't even know if I can watch it. Oh.
Nobody really understands where the music comes from. It's probably something to do with the precise positions, the distance between both towers.
The whole time during this scene, the back of my mind, I just kept saying to myself, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. And the thing that was the hardest for me was I was doing pretty well in trying to hold it back. But then I saw Peter starting to go and get teary. And then that was that for me.
Oh, I don't think I could have held it together either, girl.
And it's really hard because when you do start crying and you're not really supposed to, then it's really tough for makeup.
Right.
Because they've got to redo all your makeup and, redo the mascara and get rid of the panda eyes and try and make your nose not look sort of like you've stuck it in a snowball.
How long is a night on Beryllium?
24 years.
You see, that's brilliant. It's 24 years. So I have plenty of time to come back. I could literally go and have an adventure in between canapes and your starter, and then go and have another adventure. So, I mean, so much time, so much time.
This means you've always known how I was going to die. All the time we've been together, you knew I was coming here. The last time I saw you,
I never really thought about that, but that's absolutely right. My God.
you took me to Beryllium to see the Singing Towers. What a night that was. The towers sang, and you cried. You wouldn't tell me why.
See, it's so funny because I'm saying all of this and I don't know what the hell it means. But it's so weird, having just seen the episode that then I shot with Peter, where we are at the Singing Towers of Beryllium. And if you watch it the other way round, it really looks like I know what I'm talking
putting it linear
about.
for you. This is awesome.
Well, I didn't have a clue.
You've got all of that to come. You and me. Time and space. You watch us run.
That's such a great line. You, me, time and space. Watch us run. So cool.
There's only one reason I would ever tell anyone my name. There's only one time I could.
Hush now. Spoilers.
Oh my God, I sobbed. I sobbed during that, guys. It was just
so good.
heartbreaking.
Really dramatic.
I spent half the time scared out of my wits, and then
I seem to remember actually he
sobbing
definitely did, because I
at the
remember
end.
Alex. I remember being quite shocked because David had been so, you know, his doctor in a sense was just starting to explore sort of those emotions of love, and you know, none of the doctors prior to David really had, and you know, he was having those feelings with Rose, but nevertheless it was still quite shocking, particularly because he'd been so sort of gung-ho and typical sort of in typical doctor mode with River throughout those two episodes, and then just at that last moment seeing David actually get emotional. I was quite surprised. I found it sort of quite shocking, but you know, it's powerful stuff. So if I was going to be asked if I have a favourite moment out of all of those clips that I've just seen, I don't think I could say that I have a favourite, because they're all so different, but equally fabulous. So you've got the sort of heavy-hitting emotional journeys, the first sort of River being saved with David, I'm never going to say dead, or then the Singing Towers of Beryllium, where in a sense her journeys come somewhat full circle, although 24 years, long time, just saying. But then there's all of the fabulous comedy moments, which I'd forgotten about in a sense. So I can't choose.
What about you guys?
They were really.
Comment
They
below.
were just a really.
Do you have a favorite
great
River song
reminder
moment?
Of the fabulous
Episode?
journey of that character, and I sort
What
of
did you
now.
think of
It's
River
made
Song?
me really kind of
I
realize
personally loved her.
what you fans have been talking about, which is River Song is a great character, and
really
she has
is.
a great journey and sort of a great
Her
storyline.
arc was
and,
amazing. I mean, the River
It's
arc
sort of-
was fantastic, really.
It sort of hadn't really hit me before. Yeah. Thank you, Stephen Moffat, from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Stephen Moffat.
Thank you for watching.
All right, guys, what did you think? Shouldn't we do some more Doctor? Are there any more Whovians out there? Comment below and let me know what you think and what we should take a look at next. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to our channel and like this video because every little one helps. Thank you. Bye, guys.